How you guys doing? So what do you think? What's going to happen after election? Are you a gambler? My name's Martin, 52. I have 16 years worth of retirement in bank and stocks and investments. And I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do when I retire. Do I want to leave my money in the bank and hope that the company that I have the money with doesn't go bankrupt? Or should I just take all that money out, invest it in a bank, even though the bank is just offering 1%? Just 1% of something, 1% of a dollar is better than zero, is what you're saying. And then I'm thinking, well, what other ways am I going to make money? I'm going to have to go sell. I'm going to have to go work for some type of part-time job. But hey, maybe why don't I turn to gambling to make extra money? Or show people how to pay off their car loans quicker. How would it feel if you paid off a 4-year car loan in 60-month car loan in 1 to 2 months? The reason I talked to you about that is I paid off my 2012 Camry, 19 months. I got into an accident. I had to get a new car, so I got a 2014 Camry. I've made 20 months worth of payment. The loan is down to about $7,000, and then I pay $400 a month. So it looks like I'm getting ahead of schedule. I was at the 22 month. Now to the point where I'm about, instead of paying off I was aiming to pay it off in 36 months, but I'm most likely going to pay it off maybe in about 39 or 40. Even if I don't save any interest, even if I pay all the interest, pay everything they want and more, and the repairs, what would it feel to own that car after 36 months and I have to worry about coming up with another $500, $600 when that thing is due? Hey, Mr. Morris, you want to pay your car loan? Wouldn't that make you feel confident? You got that? You took care of that obligation? Wouldn't your confidence grow? Hey, I had a 60-month car loan, took care of it. Now I'm down. It's all done. I have an extra 19 months. In your mind, you budgeted it for 19 months of additional car payments, but you don't have any. Think about that. That's why I have a $75, $125, $200 program. Say, you're not gonna learn anything from me about paying off your car loan through YouTube. All I'm going to do is build your belief. That's why I also talk to you about, hey, have you considered gambling? I have my Blackjack retirement tour. I'm aiming for December. Slightly delayed because I have to put the $300 incidental. I'm going to pay for the room. I need $500 to gamble. My goal is I want to take that $500 to Vegas and turn it into $50. First, just to build your confidence in me. You know, if I win $50, that's 10 times more than you would get if you put $500 in the bank. And you know, the reason I'm bringing this up to you, what about do you have any money in retirement? Are you about to retire? If I retire, leaving all that money, if I take all that money out, say $200,000, $300,000, take that money out and put it in the bank, you know, the bank is only giving me 1%. I believe 1% of 200,000 is 1% of $200,000 is $2,000, man. Basically a month's worth of rent. I'll take it now. But I also have to worry about leaving that money in the account. I'm going to worry about what happens if the stock market goes up. A stock market is the same as having a pretty woman. If she's pretty, you're going to give her all the money. Now, if she's not too pretty, you say, hey, honey, instead of going to IHOP, can we go to Wiener Schnitzel instead? And if she says, no, I don't think I want to go, you say, that's okay. Well, you can hit the road if you want, man. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. Now, she's a really cute girl, cute Asian girl, cute Hispanic girl, petite, looks good in the skirt. You be buying her the outfit. She says, Martin, take me to Prime 150 or take me to Gladstone's down in LA and I want you to rent Audi for the weekend and we can go spend some money so I can get out and get away. And I say, okay, let's go. Anything else? Want to go shopping? See, man, she's like, hey, you 52-year-old. Daddy, you 52. If you want your little baby to dress up and give it to you, you some wet ass, you know what it is, WAP, then, hey, you got to pay the price. That's what it is for stock market. Right now, because of COVID, you got thousands of students not at work, millions of deliveries that haven't been made. What happens with all that? money is not entering the economy, making stock valuable, which means it's also pushing stocks down that aren't able to get their product to store, or had used to sell toilet paper, for example, at a school, and this year they're not taking it. So I want you to think. Hey, think about yourself. Hey, where do you like to go? When you go to Starbucks, what do you like to buy? What's your favorite drink? Mine's is Emperor's Cloud, and today I'm on a diet, so I got the coffee cake. That's $6.50 Starbucks got from me. Now, just think, hey, this time I went into Starbucks. They didn't have any coffee cake. They did not have any Emperor's Cloud hot tea, and they didn't have any Venti glasses. And all right, then just give me a hot tea. $3. That's $3.50. So that's how stock goes up and down. By the more money that you push into the economy, it makes it expand. So say, for example, if I've worked 20 years and I have this money in the bank, COVID has caused my retirement portfolio to shrink because there's no value in bus parts. Say people commuted on the bus. Kids pick up the kids on the bus. Well, I don't know what Martin Luther King was thinking, but I rode the bus. I said, I'm RTD maybe. Those school buses, man. I don't know which is safer, school bus or prison bus. So let me know what you think. But I'm saying that what I'm trying to tell you is that when you're retiring, you need to have that. When the economy is booming, your economy goes bigger because all the stock and stuff is going to it. At least you had an interest rate in the past at 5 to 10%. Interest rate was money you would put in the bank at the savings. The bank would want me to put my money into the bank, and by putting my money in the bank, they would reloan that money out. And for me trusting them with my money, they would give me 5 to 10% a year on interest. So if I had $1,000 and they gave me 10% interest, that's $100. If I gave them $10,000, that's $1,000 at the end of the year. If I gave them $100,000, that's $10,000 at the end of the year. That's just for putting my money in. Now when you have the interest rate down to basically 1%, which is basically zero after the bank fees, banks are telling you, we want your money, but we're not going to give you any money. You're paying for the security guard and the safe and the electronic dishes and the transactions. That's all we're going to pay you for when you have it at 1%. So you see how that can impact someone who's retiring? You're hoping that, hey, I have $100,000 and with a booming economy, it'd go up to 100, 150, 160. I can reinvest the 100 into something and have $60,000 to live on. Say for that, $60,000 will last me, say 4 or 5 years. And then if you had another 100,000 behind you growing, man, that's a lot. Retirement is good. You talk about Brother 52, man. Talk about hitting up on find a nice 29, 30-year-old woman to date. Cute, and just say, hey, pay for it, I'd rather be paying the freight. But right now, the way it is, it's like, man, I'd be sweating, man. I'm sweating now. I'm like, sweating. I mean, I'm going to be sweating, man. I'll make mama sure mama love me. I love you, baby. She's like, I don't know, bro. Maybe you need to get you a MLF or a GILF or whatever you call an older woman. But if you're going to go with baby, you're going to have to pay the freight. So now I may not be able to pay the freight now, man. I may gotta, instead of looking for looks, I may gotta look for love, man. I don't know. What do you guys know? Comment, subscribe, like. Comment, subscribe, like. But what I'm saying is when you're about to retire, you're in a bad spot right now. And that's why I'm saying you should maybe turn to gambling. I'm going to turn to blackjack. I've won 1 out of 8 times with the Powerball, 2 out of 8 times the past couple of months. Powerball is just for fun. But my baby that I want you to help me, that I believe you should invest in, is blackjack. It's a 50-50 game. If you learn the simple rules, take that money to Vegas. I recommend not going to the Indian casinos, watching my previous videos. But just think if you can earn an extra $1,000, $2,000 every couple of months, just gambling. May lose a little, but at the end of the year, get an extra $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. It's a lot of money, man. It's almost a year's worth of rent right there. That's why I'm saying in the future, gambling will be one of the biggest investment funds out there. You're just trying to figure out how to fine tune it. You're going to be able to have investment funds for fantasy sports and all that. But what I'm trying to say, hey, get on board with me now. Start gambling before you got to put the money in there, go through a whole bunch of stuff to get your money back. You just give your money to me. ride on my bet, get your original bet, get your money back, minus my fee. Yeah, I'm going to charge you your fee. But if you don't want to take the fee from me, hey, I got a $200 program. We'll sit down, play blackjack. Hey, after you come back from your first couple of trips, we can debrief, find out what you're doing. But gambling is the way of the future. Gambling, tattoos, and warehouse workers. 3 things when I was younger were taboo. Even I worked at Petavina and Mold and Dye, mostly dropouts, people who not have, just really are not smart or know things. We used to work in a warehouse. I didn't get any tattoos. Gambling was illegal because it was racketeering. Now everything goes now. So let me know what you think. Subscribe, comment, like, subscribe, comment, like. What do you think? Are you ready to learn how to gamble to make that extra money? Or do you think the government's going to take care of you? Come on, man. You know that ain't going to happen. So you're going to have to learn some strategies, especially if you're retiring. I probably have 16, 17 years worth of money in retirement. COVID's probably collapsed the $300,000 thing down to 150, 160, 170. 0% interest in the bank. So I only have, if I already retire, I could go 6 or 7 years without working and have to go to work. So that's why I'm saying, learn how to gamble. Mine is blackjack. For you, it could be baccarat, fantasy football. Work with me. Let's find some strategies on how to get you extra money. If you want to get that car loan paid off within 60 months, 75, 125, $200 program, let me know. Join the channel. What do you think? Especially after your selection. You know it's not going to be settled until next year sometime. So are you ready to start gambling on yourself? Or are you just going to think maybe Biden or Camilla or Trump is going to help you? They didn't pass the funding bill now. What makes you think they're going to pass the funding bill later? Start to gamble on yourself.